welcome back to Easy Nails. Today I have a short video for y'all on how I do 3D flowers. Alright, so I am using Notpolish monomer. I have some young nails and s&mnailcandi on my nails, as well as double dip nail powder. I am using this beautiful double dip color here to pick up my petals for my 3D flowers. I'm also using this 3D brush that I got off of Amazon. So to start with the petals, I am taking really small beads of acrylic, and after each bead that I'm taking, I'm draining it off on my brush, and then I'm holding it in my brush for about 5 seconds, placing it on the nail, and then I'm waiting until that bead turns semi-matte. So a little bit of the shine goes away. Then I'm pushing the bead with the tip of my brush to kind of make a C shape. Once I did that, I'm taking my brush and I am patting out the petal. So I'm patting out the middle, and then I am working side to side. These are going to make really, really pretty roses, and these are by far the prettiest 3D flowers I think I have done. Sometimes they are better than others, and I really, really love the way that these turned out. So basically the technique that I used was, after I place the bead on the nail here, I'm going to push it to kind of create like a C formation, right? So kind of like a half moon shaped. And then I'm going to go in and pat out the middle and then the sides. So I found that this technique, you guys, made the petals look so pretty. So I highly recommend it. And you can place the petals wherever you want. So you guys can see how I'm patting out the middle here and then working my way towards the sides. I'm always brushing my brush on, I have a dental bib here or a paper towel, to make sure that there's no excess liquid in order to get like all that definition that you see on 3D flowers. It is easier to use drier beads. You want to wait until the beads are like almost set, like kind of like in a clay moldable type consistency. So I am going to do the same thing. And also important, a lot of fails that I've had with 3D flowers is not waiting enough for that bead of acrylic to set. So after I pick it up here, I drain it on my dental bib, place it on the nail, and then I'm going to wait. And you want to wait until you see that it's kind of not shiny anymore on the nail. If you guys know what I mean, when you place down your bead, you're kind of going to wait until that shine goes away, right until it goes away. You don't want to wait too much because then it'll dry. But kind of wait until that shine goes away, and then I'm pushing it here into a half moon shape, and then I'm going in the middle first with the tip of my brush pointing towards me, going in the middle, and then slowly moving, pressing my brush towards the sides. And it's going to create this really, really pretty rose design. And I did make a mistake here, you guys, but I ended up liking the way it looked. You want to make sure that you top coat before you do this, because you don't want to top coat those flowers. It'll kind of take away the dimension. It's just a different look. If you like that look, you can totally top coat them or leave them matte, depends on you. But if you want to leave them matte, make sure you top coat before you're doing this. So same thing here, you guys. I'm pushing into that bead, creating that half moon shape, and then I'm pressing my brush first of all in the center, and then working my way towards the sides. And after I made the larger petals that I would like to make, you guys see I go in with smaller beads of acrylic and I work on the center. But the technique is the same with the half moon, and then pressing along the middle and then the side. So with any 3D work, it's just really a lot of patience. What I find helps superbly is adding a little bit of acetone to your monomer. It is going to help your acrylic set much faster, because a lot of the work in 3D acrylic work is just waiting for your acrylic to set up faster, right? So if you add acetone to it, it's going to help so much. So you guys, I'm doing the same technique here on the nails. getting that C formation, and then pressing the middle and then the sides. Once I did a petal on each side, you guys can do 3 petals. You can do one on each side and then another one on the side. Either way, whatever you guys, however you like to set it up. Once you get like your base petals down, right, like the outer layer, you want to make sure that the next petals you do, like when you're finishing your flower, go in the center, and also that you pick up smaller beads. Otherwise, they're just going to be all on top of each other, and you won't be able to see the dimension of the flower, right? Because the real flower, you have the outer petals and then the inner petals. So when you're working on the inside, make sure you just pick up smaller beads. I'm going to be doing that here. You guys are going to see I'm picking up smaller beads. I drain it on my brush, and then I wait for it to go like semi-matte, not completely because you don't want it to dry on you. And then I work it in with the 3D acrylic brush. And you guys can get these off of Amazon. I got this one off of Amazon, and I've had it for 2 years. Yeah, and it's still pretty good. So again, I'm doing that half moon shape, and then I'm pressing the middle first and then the sides. And when you press, you guys, it's a really, really light press. You don't want to press too hard. You're going to see when you press, that's going to start to form your petal. So if you want your petal more spread out, you can press a little bit more. If you want your petal not as spread out, you're going to press a little bit less. So yeah, they're looking so, so good, you guys. I love these nails. I love these 3D flowers. I think the best, the 3D roses. I think that they're just so beautiful. And again, you guys, make sure you add a little bit of acetone in your monomer. It's going to help so much, because a lot of, at least I found a lot of the annoyance of doing 3D art is that with acrylic is that it takes a really, really long time in order for you to be able to go in with your brush and start molding. So when you add in acetone, it helps the acrylic set a lot faster. So I'm going in on the center here. And also, you guys, like, let's say you have a petal that you don't like. If you figure out that you don't like it, you kind of have to figure out, like, kind of quickly, you can just use an orange wood stick and just scrape off that little petal and start again. But you have to kind of do that quickly before it sets. So just make sure you keep that handy right by your side, so that if something happens you can just really gently scrape off that one petal. So here I'm going in with the center. You guys can see I'm waiting for it to turn to like a semi-matte, not as shiny, and then that is when I can go in with my brush. And to make the center, you guys, you basically make sure your brush is super pointy, stick the point in the middle of the bead and kind of just make a circular motion with your brush, and that's how you make your center bead. So you kind of stick it right in the middle and then make a circular motion with your brush, and that'll spread it out and make a really pretty center point for your flower. So how do you guys like these? Let me know. I really, really like these ones. I was really proud of them, and I felt really confident in them. I felt it did help a lot when I added in the acetone. It just helped it set faster, so I wasn't waiting there forever until the bead turned matte until I could work with it. So that helped a lot. You guys can see I'm just sticking it in the center and then going around with my brush, and that's going to create the center petal. So here we are doing another one. I'm making a half moon shape, pressing out in the center first and then working it to the sides, and that is going to create the first petal. And then you want your next petal either to go right next to it or opposite of it, and you can create 3 outer petals. You can create 2 outer petals, 4 if you would like, as many as you would like. And then once you realize that you're done with the outer petals, make sure that your next beads you focus more inwards and that they are smaller, so we get the dimension of a flower. Continuing with creating those petals and the center beads, and make sure you guys stay tuned to the end to see the final result.